2018 FIFA World Cup, ladies and gentlemen, will be organized in Russia.
Russia's triumph in securing the 2018 World Cup seems a distant memory. Its international standing has certainly taken a battering of late, blamed for the effective annexation of Crimea and for supporting and possibly arming those who brought down Flight MH17. Now a growing number of influential voices believe Vladimir Putin should not be allowed to bask in the glory of hosting a major sporting event like the World Cup. Britain's Deputy Prime Minister Nick Clegg has joined those calls and wants FIFA to strip Russia of the tournament. His Liberal Democrat colleague Sir Mingus Campbell, himself a former British Olympic sprinter, agrees that Russia at the moment is an unfit host.
This is a country under Mr. Putin which, wholly contrary to international law, has annexed the territory of a sovereign state, Ukraine. That is wholly unacceptable, and it's quite wrong that an apparent endorsement by implication of that should take place by the holding of one of the most significant sporting events in the sporting calendar.
In Moscow and other Russian cities, preparations are well underway for football's most prestigious tournament. Such events matter to nations and their leaders. Vladimir Putin faced protests over the Sochi Winter Olympics, but still pulled off a very successful games.
Don't forget that Putin is keen on sport. He's probably much more athletic than most politicians in the world today. And he held the Sochi Games, Winter Olympics, earlier this year. So he takes this very seriously. But if the World Cup was taken away, that would be really annoying for him.
There is a long tradition of the sporting boycott. In 1936, athletes from 22 nations refused to attend Hitler's Berlin Olympics. In 1980, 65 countries boycotted the Moscow Olympics over the invasion of Afghanistan. 6 years later, 32 nations stayed away from the Commonwealth Games in Edinburgh over Britain's policy towards apartheid South Africa.
I think the only way a World Cup or any sporting tournament is ever taken away these days is if there is an actual war going on. And what happened with the shooting down of the plane was a tragedy and a disaster, but that's a long, long way from an all-out war.
For the moment at least, Vladimir Putin will keep his World Cup tournament in 2018. FIFA say they're not contemplating a change of host. Mark White, Sky News.